Can you can you see the screen? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we discussed problem number 1, I think. Okay. So in a similar way, I told you to do problem number 2 and 3. We did problem number 4. We computed regression lines, and we computed R. We computed R using the regression coefficients, and we computed these two also, y of 8 and y x of 16. Okay. So so all of you take this problem. If theta is the angle between the two regression lines, if theta is the angle between the two regression lines, and standard deviation of y is twice that of the standard deviation of x, and r equals to 0.25, find tan theta. Find tan theta. So what is the angle between the lines? Formula. This is a formula, no? Theta equal to tan inverse 1 minus r square by r into sigma x into sigma y by sigma x square plus sigma y square. Okay. So therefore, okay. So let me add a page. Okay. So what is the formula for the tan theta? Problem number here I wrote it as 5. So problem number 5. So we know tan theta is equals to 1 minus r square by r into sigma x into sigma y by sigma x square plus sigma y square. Is this the formula? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and we were given, what is given? Standard deviation of y is twice the standard deviation of x. Okay, so that means what is the standard deviation of y symbol?
Sigma y.
Sigma y is equal to 2 times sigma x, and r equals to 0.25. That's it. Therefore substitute these things in the equation. 1 minus r square, what is r? 0.25 whole square by 0.25. Okay, I'm considering r as positive. Okay, so let's assume that it is a acute angle. So now I can replace sigma y with, I can replace sigma y with 2 times sigma x. Okay, so 2 times sigma x divided by sigma x square plus 2 times 2 times sigma x whole square. Okay, so now you simplify this, and I can cancel out sigma square. So 1 minus 0.25 whole square by 0.25 into sigma x square into 2 divided by, if I take sigma x square common, 1 plus 4. So sigma x square gets cancelled. So that this is 2 by 5. Use your calculator and tell me.
Tan theta is 1.5.
Tan theta equal to 1.5. If somebody asks you to compute angle also, then what is
56.30 degrees.
make sure that your angle is in radians. Did you set your angle in radians?
It's in degrees only.
Because it should be in radians.
Point 9828 we have it.
0.98.
Yes.
Okay, tan inverse This is a real number only, no? Okay. Theta is in theta will be in radians. So whatever you said is previously, I think it is right. 56 point.
1 minute, sir.
Because tan 45 is 1, right? Tan 45 degrees is 1, and tan is an increasing function, and 1.5 means it must be greater than 45 degrees. So it should be 56 degrees.
0.3. 56
Okay.
point.
Okay, 56.3 is fine, but answer you don't give in terms of degrees. When you are in exams, you always convert into radians. Okay, convert this 56.3 into radians and give the answer. Okay.
0.
So as you said, 0.98
9.
9.
radians. Okay, 98 radians. Or you better give in terms of pi. Okay, if 180 degrees equal to pi, then what will be 56.3 degrees. So always you give the answer in terms of pi radians, 2 radians, 1 by 2 radians, like that. Okay, so that you can do later. After that, what is the next question? Problem number 6, sir. Okay, if sigma x equal to sigma y equal to sigma, then the angle between the regression lines is tan inverse. Angle between the regression lines is tan inverse 4 by 3. Then find r. Okay, so what is so you're asked to find out r. Okay, so how do you find out? So we know the angle between the two regression lines. Theta equal to tan inverse 1 minus r square by r into sigma x into sigma y by sigma x square plus sigma y square equal to tan inverse 4 by 3.
Yes.
Tan inverse 4 by 3. Okay. Now it is given that sigma x equal to sigma y equal to sigma. Therefore, theta equal to tan inverse 1 minus r square by r into, I can replace both sigma x and sigma with sigma square by 2 sigma square. Okay, or sigma square plus sigma square. So this implies that 1 minus r square by r into 1 by 2 equal to 4 by 3. So to solve this equation for r, you will get a quadratic equation. Solve this for r. So what is this? 3 into 1 minus r square equal to 8r.
Yes, sir.
3 minus 3r square equal to 8r, or 3r square plus 8r minus 3 equal to 0. Solve this for r.
One is positive, one is negative. We are getting.
But tan inverse 4 by 3 is acute angle. Let us take it as an acute angle, or you tell both the values. What are
One
the?
is 0.33, sir.
Okay.
And the other one is -3, sir.
Which one is ruled out? Which one is ruled out? R always lies in between -1 and 1, I said, no?
No, sir. Okay.
I said correlation coefficient is always in between -1 to 1. Did I say? I have written that property here also. Huh?
Yes, sir. You said.
Okay, so it has to be in between minus 1 to 1, therefore minus 3 is ruled out, so R has to be equal to 0.33. Okay. Shall I proceed?
Yes.
So next one is about Spearman rank correlation. Spearman's rank correlation. Okay. See, there are different definitions for the correlation coefficient. Okay. So one formula is Pearson, Carl Pearson. Carl Pearson coefficient of correlation. Other one is called Spearman's rank correlation. Okay. This will be applying. Okay. When we are assigning ranks to the ranks are important in the point of discussion. Okay, because sometimes instead of scores, okay, we'll be assigning ranks to the candidates. Okay, suppose if there is a dance competition. Okay, there is a dance competition. If some 5 contestants are performing. Okay, so if there are group of judges, there will be at least 2 to 3 judges, right? Suppose if there are 2 judges, okay, and it is not necessary that both of them will give same ranks to the 5 contestants, right? So there may be deviations in the ranks because of their perception. Okay, so sometimes these ranks not necessarily through quantitative, sometimes it may be through qualitative also. Okay, through the perceptions also. Sometimes you can give the answer. If it is a quantitative, just by looking at the magnitude, the ascending order or descending order will be giving the ranks. But if it is qualitative, the several other factors also may involve to give the rank. Okay, if that is the case, what we do, we apply Spearman's rank correlation. Okay, so and then see how close their judgment is, how close the judgment between the two judges. Okay, so it is also like any correlation coefficient is always between -1 to 1 only. If R equal to 1, then there is a perfect judgment. Okay, and if R equal to -1, exactly opposite judgment, right, like that. Okay, so for that what we do, so in rank correlation we'll be finding correlation coefficient only for two data. Okay, when you have X data and Y data. If there are 3 or more, okay, you can compute correlation coefficient for each pair and see which one is close. Okay, otherwise we have multiple correlation coefficient formula also there. Okay, so initially we'll be seeing this Spearman's rank correlation for only for 2-dimensional data where xi and yi. Okay, so I will be demonstrating that procedure. Okay, through a problem, and for that this is the formula. Okay, and this formula is obtained through this. Okay, which one? Through this I have we have derived some formulas for this one, right? This one through this formula. See this one. Okay, so what we do, instead of finding the variances for X data and Y data. Okay, we'll be finding variance for the ranks of X and ranks of Y. Okay, we'll arrange X values and Y values in the order of their magnitude, and then we'll assigning their ranks. Okay, one first rank, second rank, third rank, and so on. Okay, and so then to those ranks, X rank, so you have X, you have Y. Corresponding to X, you will be finding ranks of X. Corresponding to Y, you will be finding ranks of Y. And we'll be applying this formula not to X and Y, but to X rank and Y rank. Okay. So so this is not sigma square of X. This is going to be sigma square of X rank. Okay. Then what is X minus Y? X minus Y is the deviations between the ranks. Okay. and sometimes ranks may coincide. Okay, 2-3 persons may get the same rank. In that case, what we do, we'll be taking the average of the rank positions that they are going to occupy. Okay, for example, if you are having okay, I'll be doing that through problem. Okay, all of you make a note of this formula. Spearman's rank correlation, it is denoted with R rank equal to 1 minus 6 into sigma di square by n into n square minus 1, n into n square minus 1. What is n referring to? N referring to the number of data points. N refers to the number of data points. And di is the xi minus yi. Xi rank, okay? Xi rank minus yi rank. Xi rank minus yi rank, okay? Shall I proceed? Shall we see the problem?
Yes.
Okay, so all of you take this problem, 8th problem, note down 8th problem. Okay, find the rank correlation for the following data which shows the marks obtained in 2 quizzes in mathematics. Find rank correlation for the following data which shows marks obtained in 2 quizzes in mathematics. Okay, so note down this data. Maybe it is out of 10 marks. I think these quizzes may be for 10 marks. Okay. So this is problem number 8. Problem number 8. Okay. So what we do, first we shall write down the data in ascending order. Okay. Okay. X data in order of magnitude. Can you tell me what is the minimum value in X data? 4. What is the next value?
5,
5. Next.
6,
So
2,
4 over 5 over next 6 appeared only one time or 2 times?
2 times.
6. 6. So 6 is over. What is the next value?
7 twice.
7 2 times.
8
Next.
twice.
8 2 times.
9
8 2 times and 9 and 10.
and 10.
Is it okay? Then now we'll assign ranks. Okay, we'll do that after writing y data also. Y data in order of magnitude. Okay, please tell me. Minimum value is 5.
5,
5. Next, 6
6
2 times.
times.
6 2 times.
7 2 times.
7 2 times.
8 3 times.
8 3 times.
And 10 two times.
and 10 two times. Okay, 10 two times. Okay, now x ranks we will write. Okay, x ranks. Okay, x ranks will be this will be first question, right? 4 is in the first question, 1, 5 in the second question. Okay, now you see 6 in the third and fourth questions. Okay, so we don't write 3 and 4, we'll take the average of third and fourth question. What is the average of third and fourth questions? 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 by 2 is how much? 3.5. So we'll be writing 3.5 and 3.5. Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now later, so 1, 2, 3, 4 over. Okay, now you count with 5 and 6. It should be fifth and sixth positions actually, but fifth and sixth positions are occupied by same number. So you take the average of fifth and sixth positions. What is the average of fifth and sixth positions?
5.5.
5.5, 5.5, comma 5.5. Okay, so fifth and sixth are over. Now you start with seventh. Seventh and eighth positions are same. Average of seventh and eighth positions are
7.5.
7.5 and 7.5. What is the next one? Ninth position and
9
tenth position.
position.
Is that okay? Similarly, write down y ranks. Y ranks. Write down the y ranks. Okay. So what are y ranks? So first position, and 2 and 3 occupied by same number. 2, 3 average is 2.5, comma 2.5, and next 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5. 4, 5 average is
4.5.
4.5, 4.5, 6, 7, 8. What is a 6, 7, 8 average? 15 plus 21 by 3. 7, huh?
Yes, sir.
So 7 comma 7 comma 7. Next 9th and 10 positions are occupied by 10. So 19 by 2 means 9.5 and 9.5. Is this clear? So once you do this correctly, then everything is very easy. Now you prepare the table. Okay. So what is the table? X data, Y data, X rank, Y rank. Okay. X rank, Y rank, then DI. What is DI? X rank minus Y rank and DI square deviation. Okay, so what is X data? Can you tell me in this order? Okay, X data 6, 5, 8, 8, like that you tell me.
6, 5, 8,
8, next
7, 6,
7, 6,
10, 4, 9, 7.
then 4, 9, 7. Okay, now you tell me the Y data.
8, 7, 7,
8, 7,
7,
7,
10,
10,
5,
5,
8,
8,
10,
10,
6, 8, 6.
6, 8, 6. 6, 8, 6. Okay, now write down the corresponding ranks. For 6, what is the rank? For 6, what is the rank? For 6, rank is 3, 3.5. Am I right?
3.5.
Yes.
So write down that one. Okay, so X rank is 3.5. For 5, what is the rank? 2. For 8, what is the rank? 7.5.
7.5.
7.5. 7.5. For 7,
5.5.
5.5. Okay, so 5.5. For 6 again, 3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
10.
10 is
1.
10 is 10 only. For 4,
1.
4 is 1. 9,
9 is 9.
9 is 9. 7, 5.5. Similarly, write down Y rank. What is Y for 6? For 6, what is rank? For 6, it is 2.5, right? Now it is 8. I have to see for 8. What is the rank of 8? 7. Am I right? And rank
Yes.
of
Yes,
7,
sir.
rank of 7 is 4.5. 4.5, 4.5. Rank of 10 is 9, 9.5. Rank of 5 is
1,
1, 1. Rank of 8 is 7.
7,
Rank of 10 is 9.5,
6 is 2.5,
2.5. 8
7,
is 7.
2.5.
And
Yes, sir.
2 point.
2.5.
Okay. Right. Now you find out the deviations. 3.5 minus with signed deviations. Okay. 3.5 minus 7. How much?
Minus 3.5.
Minus 3.5. Next. Minus 1.5. Minus 2.5.
Yes, sir. Minus 2.5.
Yes.
Minus 2.5. Next. 3.
3,
Next.
minus 2, minus 2,
Minus 2. Correct. Minus 2.
4.5,
4.5 minus 3.5.
0.5.
6.5 minus 1.5 2 3. Am I right?
Yes.
Now if you observe, sum of these deviations must be 0. Okay, you can check that sum of deviations is always 0. Okay, so what is the square of this one? You please write down the square of this thing and tell me sigma dA square. Can you tell me one by one? I will copy. 3.5 square is 12.25.
Yes, sir.
Next 6.25.
6.5.
Next
20.25.
next 12.25. Next 0.25. Next 2.25. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
What is the summation?
79.75.
79.75.
75.
79.7. Okay. So 79.75. So once you got this, now simply write down the formula R rank is equal to, what is the formula? Is it 1 minus sigma 6 sigma d square, 1 minus 6 times sigma day square, and equals to how many data points are there?
10.
10 by n into n square minus. So write down this. So equal to 1 minus 6 into 79.75 by 10 into n square minus 1. Compute this.
0.5167.
5167. Okay, so that is a rank correlation coefficient. Okay, So they are moderately correlated. Okay, it is 0.5. It is not neither to 1. It is not neither to 0. If it is 0, then there is the ranks are not correlated. The marks are not correlated at all. If R equal 1, perfectly correlated. Okay, so these are the actual marks. These are the actual marks. Okay, so these are the actual marks. So the correlation between the rank correlation between marks obtained in the both quizzes is this one. Okay, 0.5167.
Sir,
Is it okay?
Excuse me, sir.
they are
Tell me.
correlated or not, sir?
Tell me.
Like, are they correlated now based on the rank?
That's what moderately correlated. It is in between 0 to 1, no? That is what I am telling you. If it is 0, there is no correlation. If it is 1, perfect correlation. Okay, if it is nearer to 0.9 or 0.8, okay, there is a good correlation between, very good correlation between the data. Okay, 0.5 means partially correlated, I can say.
Okay.
Moderately correlated. There is no
Sir,
strong
can you
correlation.
explain?
Tell me.
Can you explain again how we calculate the X rank and Y rank? Once.
Just look at here. This is the data given, right? This is the data given. This data we arranged in ascending order. 4 here. Next, what is the next highest value? 5. Next highest values are 6. Appeared 2 times. 6 and 6. Next highest values are 7. Appeared 2 times. Next highest values is 8. Appeared 2 times. Next 9. Next 10. Okay. Now you give ranks to these marks. Okay. Least value 4. So I gave first rank to least value 4. Okay. Always we start from lower to upper. Okay. In the increasing values of the magnitude. Okay. So first question. So actually, if you want to give the ranks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 10 students will occupy 10 ranks, but in which some of the ranks, some of the marks, some of the questions are occupied with the same rank. Okay, so 4 is given first rank, 5 is given second rank, and third rank and fourth rank. Okay, got the same value. 3 and third rank and fourth rank portions got the same value 6 and 6. That's why instead of writing 3 and 4, okay, we are taking the average of the rank positions. This must be the third position, this must be the fourth position. What is 3 and fourth rank? 3 plus 4 by 7 is 3.5 only, no? 3 plus 4 by 2. Average of 3 and 4 equal to 7 by 2 equal to 3.5. So this is 3.5, 3.5. So now 4 questions are over. 1, 2, 3, 4 questions are over. 1, 2, 3, 4 questions are over. Next questions are 5 and 6. Okay, 5 and 6 are occupied by same number. So you take the average of 5 and 6 portions. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 by 2 is 5.5. 5.5, 5.5 are written here. Okay, next 7 and 8. 7 and 8 portions are also occupied by same number. So average of 7 and 8 is 7.5 and 7.5. And these are all distinct numbers. So after 8th portion, 9th portion will be this, 10th portion will be this. In a similar manner, we did this first rank and 2 and 3 ranks values are same. So average of 2 and third portion is 2.5, 2.5, 5 by 2. Okay, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5 rank average is 4.5, 4.5. After 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8 portions are occupied by same number. So average of 6, 7, 8. Average of 6, 7, 8 is going to be 7. Because 6 plus 6th portion plus 7th portion plus 8th portion average means 21 by 3 is 3. Next, 9th and 10th portions are occupied by same number. Therefore, average of 9th portion and 10th portion is going to be 9.5. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Then I listed out the original data as it is, and I wrote the corresponding ranks here. Okay. So here first 6 appeared. See in the given table 6 appeared. What is the rank of 6? rank of 6 is going to be 3.5. Can you see this?
Yeah, sir.
So in this way, in that manner, we assigned the ranks and computed the rank correlation.
Okay, sir.
Okay, shall we proceed?
Yes.
Now, can you take this problem as homework? Okay, so just look at here. Two judges gave the following ranks to 11 girls in a beauty contest. Okay, so there are 11 girls, and to these 11 girls, judges are given these ranks. Okay, first girl got third rank, second girl got fourth rank, third girl got first rank according to Judge A. According to Judge B, first girl got second rank, second girl got fourth rank, third girl got third rank, and so on. Okay. So he's asking, is there any correlation between the ranks given by the two judges? So what are the random variables here?
Judge A, Judge B.
Judge A and Judge B only. This is only to tell which girl is getting which rank. Okay, seventh girl is getting 11th rank by Judge A, 9th rank by Judge B. Okay, so can you do this?
Yes.
Okay, it is just similar to that of this. Okay, you prepare columns for Judge A and Judge B. Write the corresponding ranks of Judge A and Judge B. I think that they are already in ranks. No, these are all already in ranks. No need to change. Give the values again. I think because these are all marks. I have assigned ranks, but here already ranks are given.
Yes, sir. In the question, judges gave following ranks they gave us.
So ranks itself, ranks are given. So no need to give the ranks again. I think, right?
Yes, sir.
Am I right or wrong?
Sir,
Okay.
Judge A has X ranks and Judge B are Y ranks. We'll have to. So Judge A we have to consider as ranks and Judge B we have to consider as ranks.
Actually, these two are actually data, but data itself is given as ranks. So if you give ranks to these ranks, again you will get ranks only, no? If you have any doubt, we'll see that. Shall I write here? I'll copy this.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the data given, right? What is Judge A? Judge A ranks. In the increasing order means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And what rank you will give to 1?
One only, sir. Like there are no repetitions.
There is no repetition, and that too, he himself telling that these are all ranks. It is not like 20, 30, 17 like that. Okay. So if you give ranks to these numbers, to the ranks, again you will get ranks only, no? So this is 2, least number is 1, next highest is 2, next highest is 3, next highest is 4, and so on 11. So I think no need to prepare additional columns for this. It is already given that they are the rank. If I write repeated value, then you have to change it. Suppose instead of 7 and 8, instead of 8, if I give here also 7, then you have to take the average of the positions. If the ranks are all distinct, then there is no problem at all. Is it clear?
Then we'll get Xi minus Yi as 0, no sir. So 1 has
Yeah.
rank 3.
Which one?
If we take rank for 1 as 1, 2 as 2.
No.
If we
No.
do Di.
Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. Ranks of A. What are ranks of B? Again, so Judge B, right? This is Judge B. Judge B. So what is this? Judge B ranks is again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What are the ranks? Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, how do you prepare columns? Let us say XY, ZG or ZB. Now you have to see the order. Let us take the first one. For the first girl, what are the ranks given by ZG and ZB? 3 and 2. 3 and 2. Here also you are getting 3 and 2 only, no? See here. So 3, 2. What is the deviation? 1. You didn't get 0. Do you follow? This is
Yes.
corresponding to each girl. Don't take the differences of these ranks. Okay, these ranks to be assigned to the corresponding girl. What is the deviation for the first girl? 1 plus 1. Deviation for the second girl is 0. Deviation for the third girl is -2. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you want, you can just do it here itself. Okay. So what I'm telling is, this is redundant. For this problem, writing ranks is redundant because the data itself is rank. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just do it. Let us. Please tell me the ranks for the ZGA 3. Can you tell me? 3, 4, 1.
We didn't copy the data. Sir.
Okay. 3, 4,
2,
1, 2, 5, 10, 11. 2, 5, 10, 11. 7, 9, 8, 6. 7, 9, 8, 6. Okay. Fifth unit is scoring. ZB is 2, 4, 3, 1. 2, 4, 3, 1. 7, 9, 6, 11. 7, 9, 6, 11. 10, 5, 8. 10, 5, 8. Okay. So just find out the deviations. Okay. So these are all already ranks. Ranks by ZGA. Ranks by ZGB. So this is girl number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now what are the deviations? Now I don't need these additional columns. Directly I can compute DI. DI equal
1,
to
0,
1,
1,
0, -2,
minus
1,
-2,
-2, 1, 5,
4,
-4, -1,
3,
-2.
minus
And now
3.
DI square. One zero four 141 25 16 194. What is sigma DI square?
66.
66.
60? 66. Okay. So rank correlation. Okay. R rank is equals to 1 minus 6 sigma di square by n into n square minus 1. So this is 1 minus 6 into 66, 66 by
Yes. 11 into 11 square minus 0.7.
0.7.
7. That's 700.
0. So there is a 70% correlation between these two judges. Okay.
Yes.
Now take the next problem. Read the third problem. 10 competitors in a musical test were ranked, okay, by the three judges. By the three judges A, B, C in the following order. Okay. So A gave ranks like this. Okay, to the musician 1, musician 2, musician 3. Musician 3 got 5th rank, which is given by A. Like that. Okay? Using rank correlation method, discuss which pair of judges has the nearest approach to common likings in music. Okay, so which pair of judges are mostly correlated? That is what you are asked to find out. That means what? How many rank correlation you have to find out?
3.
3. Find the rank correlation between A and B. Find the rank correlation between B and C.
And C.
Find the
C.
rank correlation between A and C. Then among 3 rank correlation, pick up the pair which is having the highest rank correlation. That is going to be the answer. Will you do this problem?
Yes, sir.
So consider it as homework. You have to find out 3 rank correlations and find the pair which are having the highest rank correlation. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Now put this heading: multiple correlation and regression. Multiple correlation and regression. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
So in multiple correlation regression, we'll be considering 3 random variables. Okay, let us say x, y, z. Okay, if we have more than 2 random variables, okay, we'll consider only one as dependent variable, the remaining 2 as independent variables. Which one is dependent, which one is independent depends on the context. Okay, you can consider x as dependent, y and z are independent, or you can consider y as dependent, x and z as independent, or you can consider z as dependent and x and y are independent. Okay, so then correspondingly you can have rank correlation, treating x as y dependent, one rank correlation, treating y as dependent, another rank correlation, treating z as rank correlation, it is not rank correlation, correlation coefficient. Okay, treating z as dependent variable, you have other correlation coefficient. So you can write 3 different formulas. You can write 3 different formulas instead of x, y, z. Here I assumed it as xi, xj, xk. Okay, so if you are considering xi as a dependent variable and xj and xk are independent variable, okay, and this is the formula to compute the multiple correlation coefficient for the 3 data. Okay, you have xi data, you have xj data, you have xk data. Okay, for the three-dimensional data, if you want to find out the multiple correlation coefficient, you will be writing the formula like this. Okay, what is Rij square? What do you mean by Rij? Can you tell me? Rij is the correlation coefficient of xi and xj. And you know how to compute the correlation coefficient for the two-dimensional data. Am I right? Take the square of that. Similarly, what is Rik? Correlation coefficient of xk, xi and xk. Okay, like that you compute three correlation coefficients between xj, xj, and xi, xk. You compute three correlation coefficients. Then substitute those values here. You will be getting the multiple correlation coefficient. Do you follow?
Yes.
Please write down this formula. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now next one is about multiple regression. Linear regression is y equal to a naught plus a1x. What is this equation represents? Line, straight line. Okay, what is this equation represents? A naught plus a1x plus a2y. Something like z equal to 2x plus 3y minus 1. What is this equation represents? Plane. That's why you have the terminology called regression plane. Okay, if you are finding the regression for three-dimensional data, that is going to be a plane. Okay, because x1, x2, x3, where will be the point x1, x2, x3 triplet? See, x1 comma x2 will be on the plane. x1 comma x2 will be on the plane, two-dimensional plane. Is that okay? Where will be x1, x2, x3? Three-dimensional, in the three-dimensional space. So like that, there will be several points, right? And you will be finding a surface which is as much as closer to the given data points, because data points may be not necessarily in the plane. Okay, it may be up and down also. Okay, and if they are following a linear fashion, the data is following a linear fashion like this. Okay, you may thought of fitting a regression plane which is as much as closer to the data points, and the procedure is similar to that of two-dimensional. Okay, how we minimized the sum of squares, okay, of the observed data and the difference between the observed data and the expected data. In a similar way you will be doing, and you will arrive to the normal equations like this. Okay. So for a two-dimensional points, okay, a line will try to fit a line which is closer to the data. For three-dimensional points, we'll try to fit a plane which is as much as closer to the given data. Okay, and here the unknowns are A, B, C. Those can be computed by solving the system of linear equations like this. Okay, you will be preparing a table. Okay, you will be calculating these sigma xi's and sigma xi square and so on. So similarly, you can see there are xk, xi, xj. Okay. So how many regression planes you can write? You can thought of? You can write down. You can write regression plane of xk and xi and xj, or you can write down regression plane. Find out regression plane of xi and xk and xj, or you can find out regression plane of xj on xi and xk. Three regression planes we can get. How many regression lines we got?
2 we got.
2. Y on x and x
X.
on y. In a similar way, you can write regression plane of x1 on x2 x3, or x2 on x3 x1, or x3 on x1 and x3. Accordingly, you can write down the normal equations. Instead of x1 x2 x3, I have written a generalized formula by treating kij. If you understand this pattern, then whatever the plane you want, accordingly you can write down the formula. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay. Sigma xk equal to NA. NA is the number of data points plus B into sigma xi plus sigma xj. Sigma xi xk equal to A into sigma xi plus B into sigma xi square plus C into sigma xi xj. Sigma xi xk equal to A into sigma xj. So we'll be preparing an Excel table. Okay. So to find out these sums easily. That's it. Okay. Problems are related to these two. With that, can conclude the syllabus. Okay. Note down the first problem. So if you can do the first problem, in first problem I included both the concepts. If you understand the first problem, second and third you can do it easily in a similar way. Okay. So read, note down the first problem. The following table shows the weights z to the nearest pound, heights x to the nearest inch, and ages y to the nearest year. So what are the three variables? Weight, height, age. Okay, weight, height, age. Okay. Compute the multiple correlation coefficient of the data by treating z as dependent variable and x and y are independent variables. Okay. Note down the data. Also, find the least squares regression equation of z on x and y. Find the least squares regression equation of z on x and y. Okay. Next, estimate the weight of a boy who is 9 years old. Who is 9 years old? 9 years is not given in the table. I think 9 is here actually. Okay. Okay. That means we have to find out these are the observed data for one 9-year-old boy with this height. Okay. 9-year-old boy with 57 inches height, 68 pounds. And for another 9 years boy with 48 height, 57 pounds. But here 54 inches tall. 54 is not there here. Can you see that? So for 54 inches tall, for a 9-year-old boy, what could be the weight? Okay. So data can be interdependent like this. So shall we proceed?
1 minute.
Okay. Please copy. Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Okay, so let me copy the data here. So we are considering Z as a dependent variable, X and Y are independent variables. Okay. So to find out the multiple correlation coefficient, okay, to find out the multiple correlation coefficient, we need to find out the pairwise coefficients. Okay, let us write down the formula first. Okay, so what will be the formula now? Let me copy this. Okay. No. So IJK. Okay. Now here xi is treated as a dependent. Xi is treated as dependent, and xj and xk are
Stable.
independent. Independent. Okay. So in a similar way, you tell me the formula for this R.
Z XY.
So let us assume that z equal to xi. Okay, x equal to xj, or shall we call it as okay, we'll write like this: r z comma x comma y, root of r
R
square
ZX
zx plus r square
ZY
zy minus 2
Y
times
ZX.
r zx zy, all the three
Yes.
zy or yz divided by 1 minus r square jk. That means what? Y xy, right?
Sir, above ZX XY ZY no sir. You
Zx,
wrote Z and ZY.
uh, zx and
XY.
correct, zx and xy. So we require three correlations first. We require three correlations. Okay. So what is this about? Is the multiple correlation coefficient by treating Z as
Different.
dependent variable. Okay. So so you copied the data, right? You please tell me these values once. We have the coefficient of correlation. Let me copy this on the desktop. Manually it will take time, so let me do it. So we have this data. Okay. So can you tell me this data? these two are same. I am removing this. Tell me. So first data first. Next X data.
Yes.
Next is y.
I have the formula for X and Y only, no? Okay. Okay. Tell me, what is the Z values?
64,
64,
71, 50,
71, 50,
3,
53,
67,
67,
55,
5,
58,
58,
77.
77,
Yes, sir. 57,
next 57,
67.
67,
Sir, it 56, sir. 56. Not 67, 56.
56,
51,
51,
76,
76.
68.
So how many are there? 12, 12, okay.
Yes, sir. 12.
Okay, so please tell the X data also. 57, 59,
49,
49,
62,
62,
51,
51,
50,
50,
55,
48,
48,
48,
52,
52,
48, 52,
42,
42,
61, 57.
57, okay na? So you got correlation coefficient for RZX. What is this value? 0. Shall we write it as 0.82? We shall round off to 2 decimals. 0.82, okay? 0.82. What is this? So RZX equals 0.8. Similarly, what you have to compute RXY and RYZ. Okay. Now you just make a copy of it. Later that we'll make a big table. Now instead of Z, you tell me Y data. Y data.
8, 10,
8,
yes, sir, 8,
8,
10,
8, 10,
6,
6,
11,
11,
8,
8,
7,
7,
10,
10,
10, 9,
9,
10,
10,
6, 12, 9.
12, 9. Okay. So what is the correlation coefficient? 0.80. Right? When you are round to 2 decimals, it is 0.80. 0.80. Okay. RYZ. Okay. I will take one more copy. So R by Z, this has to be Z. Okay. So what is Z data? Z data is this. Okay. So what is the correlation coefficient? 0.77. 0.77. Okay. So 0.77. Okay. So what table you are going to prepare? So this is y square. Y square. This is z square. This is y into z. Z. Okay. this is y, this is z. Okay, so this table corresponds to y and x. So this is going to be y square. This is going to be x square. This is going to be y and x. So this corresponds to z square. This corresponds to square, and this corresponds to z star x. Okay. So what you do, you prepare columns like this. Z x, it is there, no? So you copy and paste here. Paste special. Okay. So what else we require? Zx, y also we require, right? Y data you can get from this. What else we require here? Y square. Y square data you can copy from this. What else we require? Xy, yz and zx. Okay. So I think zx you can get from this. Next, yx. Next, yz. That's it. Okay. Now we got the table. So first you have to prepare a table like this. Okay. Using your calculator. Then write down the formula for the correlation coefficient and substitute these sums in the corresponding formula, and then find out the values. Okay. So I'm going to copy and paste here. Is this clear to all of you? So this is sigma z. One second. Okay, so what is this data? What is this sum? This is sigma x. This is sigma y. This is sigma. Sorry, sorry. There is a mistake. Sigma. This is sigma x. This is sigma x. Sigma y. Sigma z square. Sigma x square. Sigma y square. Sigma zx. Sigma yx. Sigma yz. So I have given the formula for the correlation coefficient, right? So if I want rzx, can you tell me the formula for it? Correlation coefficient for rzx?
N into
N sigma
Zi xi
IXI
zixi minus
minus
sigma zi into
sigma
zeta into sigma xi divided by
by
root of n into sigma zi square minus sigma xi whole square. Am I right? Sorry, zi whole square.
Yes.
Whole square into root of n into sigma, this is zx, no? So xi square minus sigma xi whole square. And what is n here? N equal to 12 in our case, number of students. In a similar manner, now in this formula, you just have to compute sigma zxi. Sigma zxi is here. Sigma zxi is here. Okay. So copy these values. Sigma zxi, sigma zi is here. Where is sigma zi? This is sigma zi. Sorry. So sigma zi is here. Sigma xi is here. Sigma zi square is here. Sigma z whole square, sigma z whole square. So once you prepare the table, then you can write down all the three formulas and then compute this value. So when you substitute this, you will get 0.82. When you substitute these sums, you will get 0.82. Is that okay? So let me write down the remaining two formulas also, so that you will be able to refer. What can you tell me rxy? Rxy is so that you will be remembering n into sigma xi
Psi yi
xi yi minus sigma
minus
xi into sigma yi. This is a normal formula that we are writing.
under root
N into sigma xi square minus sigma xi whole square into root of n into sigma yi square minus sigma yi whole square. So when you substitute these sums, you will get 0.80. Okay. So what is the next value? R yz. R yz.
Yes.
Okay. N into sigma yi into zi minus sigma yi into sigma zi divided by root of n into sigma yi square minus sigma yi whole square into root of n into sigma zi square minus sigma zi whole square. When you substitute these values, you will get a 0.77. 0.77. Okay. So once you get these values, now write down the multiple correlation formula and compute the values. Compute this. So what is R? So what is R z dot xy? Substitute these values. Rzx whole square.
0.8417.
Final answer. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Let me substitute this value. 0.82 whole square. 0.82 whole square plus yz plus 0.77 whole square minus 2 times all the three. 0.82 into 0.8 into 0.77 divided by 1 minus rxy square. 1 minus rxy 0.80. What is this value?
0.8417.
8417.
Yes.
So this is a multiple correlation between this weight, height and age. That means to say that 0.8417 means almost 85% or 84%. That means they are very much correlated. What is the next question? Next question.
Find least squares regression equation of z on x and y.
Find the least squares regression equation of z on xy. Okay. So what is that formula? So this is xk on xi and xj, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we'll take this as a reference. Okay. So that means xk is a dependent, no? Xk is dependent. Xk is dependent, right? So the least squares, regression equation is given by treating or you can write for z on xy, okay? For z on x and y is z equal to, how we wrote, a plus bxi, and z equal to a plus
Bx plus
bx
c.
plus cy. Z equal to a plus bx plus cy. Okay, where the unknowns can be computed by solving the where the unknowns ABC, or let me write, where the unknowns ABC can be computed by solving the normal equations. What are the normal equations? Now you tell me.
Sigma z equal to
Sigma z, I'll write first like this: Na plus
b sigma x
b into sigma xi plus c into sigma yi
sigma
equal to sigma zi. Okay, plus sigma a into sigma xi plus b into sigma xi square plus c into sigma xi xj, that means sigma xi yi equal to sigma xi zi. Next, a into sigma
sigma
yi
plus
plus
b
b
in
into sigma
xi
y, sorry, sigma xi xj means xi yi, no?
yes
Xi yi plus c into sigma
sigma yi
yi square equal to sigma yi
z.
zi. Okay, now you can erase this because okay, so now we have readily, the table is readily available here, right? So by looking at this table, I think we can write down these normal equations. Okay, so can you tell me? So n is 12 here. This implies
12a
that
plus
12a plus
643.
12a plus sigma xi. Sigma xi is here only, no? Sigma
643
x is 640. Correct. You please tell me. Right. 643
plus
B
106
plus
C
106
C
C equal to sigma zi.
753.
753. Next, sigma xi is 643. 643a plus sigma xi square.
34,843 B.
Please tell me.
34,843 B.
34843b plus sigma xi y.
5776 C
6c equal to sigma xi za.
40830.
40834. Next,
830.
830. Next equation sigma yi. What is sigma is 106 106a plus sigma xi yi. 577
577
b plus sigma yi square.
976.
Sigma yi square. 976.
Yes.
976 c equal to sigma yi z.
6796.
6796. Okay. Now you have the calculator. Using your calculator, okay, input these coefficients, solve for ABC.
A equal to 3.4307.
3.4307. B equal to
Equal to 0.8437. C equal to 1.5974.
okay. So when rounded to 4 decimals, okay. Therefore, the regression plane equation of z on xy x comma y is z equal to what would we wrote a plus bx plus cy, no? A, what is this? 3.4307 plus bx 0.8437x plus 1.5974y. Okay, so that is how we'll be computing this regression, multiple regression, right? So similarly, one can ask a regression equation of x on y, yz, or regression equation of y on xz. You write down the normal equations accordingly by changing the roles of x, y, z, and but table sums are there. Once you have this table, this will work for both multiple correlation as well as multiple regression. Okay, so you prepare this table, then everything is easy. Okay, what is the next question asked?
Estimate age of is 9 years old and 54 inches tall.
9 years old means what? Age. This is related to y. Y equal to 9 and x equal to 54. Right? Okay. So write down. Next one is C. C bit. This is B bit. Right? This is the second question. This is the second question. So for x equal to 54. 54 inches.
Yes.
And y equal to 9 years. 9 years. Expected weight of the boy. Is z equal to 3.4307 plus 0.8437 into x is 54 plus 1.5974 into 9. So what is this age?
63.3671.
63.3671.
3671.
So 37.
Yes.
pounds approximately. Is it okay? So 63.3. So it is meaningful. Okay, it is a meaningful value. Okay, because we are not getting 163 or 5.37. Okay, 63 is very much nearer to the existing data. 63 kgs for 9-year-old boy. In one case it is 48, in another case it is, so in one case it is 57, in another case it is 68 points. 68 pounds. We got 63 pounds, which is in between 57 pounds and 68 pounds. For a height between, for a height of 54. For a height between 54 is in between 48 inches and 57 inches. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that is how we can compute regression, multiple regression and multiple correlation. Okay, now look at the next problem. So similar data is given. Find the multiple linear regression of x1 on x2 x3 using the following data. Regression equation. Okay, what is the regression equation for this? Can you tell me? X1
Equal
equal to a plus
Equal to A
bx2 plus
Px.
cx3. You can write down the formula accordingly, right?
yes, sir.
And in this case, you are asked to find out all the three multiple correlation coefficients. Okay, so all the three formulas includes all the three formulas requires the computation of regression coefficients between x1 x2 x2 x3 and x1 x3. Okay, you write down three formulas by taking I equal to 1, j equal to 2. Okay, take I equal to 1, j equals to 2 and k equal to 3. You write down the formula, or you see this formula and write down accordingly. Okay, so one case 1 2 3, in another case 2 3 1, in another case 3 1 2, like this. By putting I equal to 1, j equal to 2, k equal to 3 in one case, you will get one formula. By putting I equal to 2, j equal to 3, k equal to 1, you will get another formula. By putting I equal to 3, j equal to 1 and k equal to 2, you will get one more formula. All the three formulas contains these regression coefficients only. Regression coefficients between the data. Simply substitute and you get the value. Is that okay? Will you able to
Yes.
do the remaining second and third problems as a homework? Okay.
Yes.
So multiple
Yes, sir.
correlation regression requires preparation of this table. If you compute this table, okay, this XYZ values, three-dimensional data will be given to us. Corresponding to this three-dimensional data, prepare the squares of the random variables and corresponding products of the two random variables x, y, y, z and zx, and take the sums and substitute in the formulas. So if you can remember the formulas in fifth unit, okay, it's only a mechanical calculation. Okay, mechanical work only. Okay, simply use the calculator, take the sums, substitute in the formulas, and get the values. Is that okay? Okay. So I think.
Sir, if possible, can you share the 50 unit whole PDF?
I will share the not only fifth unit. I will share all the 5 units once again. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Today itself, I will share it. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Now let us just revise what is there. Your syllabus. So see the topics in fifth unit. Correlation coefficient we computed. Okay. Rank correlation we did today. Rank correlation. Regression coefficients we did. Lines of regression we did. Multiple correlation and regression we did in today's class. So I think we have completed fifth unit, and hence we completed the syllabus.
Yes.
So